Alright, bye. Eh! Oh, wait. Okay. And then... hang that up... there, okay. Good. Oh, one of our trees. They grow up so fast, oh my god. I put so much work into growing that tree. Let's see, oh, well. And then let's actually kind of just taper that off. Oh no. But it actually isn't supposed to be like that anyway, because I didn't want that to go all the way down. Alright. Perfect. And then we're gonna do that. And then... huh. Okay. Okay. Eh, doesn't look terrible. Alright, and then that's our way to the Crimson. Alright, and then throw down like so. So we're heading on back. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and convert some coins here, because obviously that copper is going to have to become a silver. Oh, I'm so excited. I love converting coins. Alright, then we can go ahead, and I actually want to try to see if I can't just make like a basic chest of some kind. Bamboo table, bamboo chest. Yeah, you know, I know it's not basic. You know, it's not really found too commonly, but I'm gonna throw this down here. And this will just be for crap. Like this is just for like tattered cloth and bamboo and lenses and slime and all the gobbledygook. So, welcome to Terraria land. Alright, put that there. Yo, who's excited for Christmas? Who's been watching Polar Express? You know, it's so funny. I know people are crazy about, like, you know, people get offended. And not like, you know, not like pearl clutching, but they just get, like, annoyed and weirded out that, like, you know, that Christmas comes so quick these days, and that we just leave Thanksgiving in the dust. And, you know, honestly, when it comes to all that, alright, and so now my goal... Were we gonna... Oh, we wanted to finish that out, didn't we? See, look, there's so many cool things I can do, dude. You know, I'm not too big on, you know, Thanksgiving. You know, I think Thanksgiving has always been the sort of, like, intermediate between Christmas and Thanksgiving. Or between Christmas and Halloween. But, you know, it's so weird because I do believe that as sort of a holiday at all, there are things that you can do for Thanksgiving to like kind of meme about, and joke about, and have your own personal traditions about. Like, you know, because it is a holiday and stuff, because it is this observed time of the year, I like to make a Thanksgiving pizza. And it's so funny because, you know, I don't... Pretty much it's just a white pizza, like one of those like white Alfredo, white spinach pizzas. But I like to put like a ground turkey and like turkey bacon on it. And that's what I want to do this year, is make like a sort of turkey meat lovers pizza, basically, on like an otherwise white spinach and mushroom pizza. So I think that would be freaking cool, you know, making that. And of course, obviously, the real spirit, of course, would of course be the making of the pizza, that sort of, you know, creative project, and of course enjoying it, because turkey bacon. I used to get turkey bacon a lot from Aldi, and that was like a whole phase of that. You know, turkey bacon and cheese and stuff, and I don't don't know why I stopped doing that, but you know what? We're gonna revive that because we're gonna make turkey. We're gonna make a turkey meat lover. But in terms of like seeing Thanksgiving as a particularly mystical holiday, I mean, not really, right? Like Halloween is of course it has this like Celtic tradition, and then of course obviously this Latin American tradition of El Dia de los Muertos, El Dia de los Muertos, yes. And then you've got Christmas being about all these different influences: Saint Martin, Saint Nick, Jesus, the one, the only, the original J. But like, it's so weird because you think about Thanksgiving, and it comes back to this. It always sort of kind of comes back to the American myth of like the colonists and the Native Americans sat down and had turkey, right? Yeah, so crazy stuff. That that's obviously like ridiculous and silly. I think a lot of people just like Thanksgiving because it's food and it's an excuse to sort of have a gathering, and not to sound too much like a negative Nancy, or like a radical feminist. No, I don't care. Shout out to the rad femmes, but like when people get older, they start to talk about how people get older, they're always like, family's the most important thing. Yeah, I feel like that's a little patriarchal. Is that not patriarchal? Like, that is obviously a dude who's like, hey, I need my bread buttered, and if I have kids, they can give me unconditional love, and if I have a wife, she'll fucking suck my dick. Like it's just men being like patriarchal when they're like, family's the most important thing in the world, dude. It's like, yeah, of course you say that, motherfucker, because like it's your fucking bread and butter, It's like, of course you need like a hobble hole to sort of rest your feet on, I think men have biological clocks too. I think men get to their 40s and they're like, oh fuck, I gotta be a dad, as much as there's all this like obviously sexist-ish jokes floating around of like women have biological clocks. It's like men do too, men do too. So good stuff. But me, I'm a little zillennial here. I'm a dumb old zillennial full of piss and vinegar. So root and toot. Let's see. So now, good point. Well, you know what? I tell you what. Why doesn't this all just become wooden platforms at this point? I know I made the bottom wood like that, but why don't we make it wooden platforms? What do we gotta lose? Listen to that lovely sound. That has to be the most like atrocious sound in any video game, And I'm just taking the piss, but like, I mean, obviously that's what happens when you just run up, the button all the time to make a bunch of items that you're crafting at once. Like, duh. But leave a comment down below if you want to see me play Path of Exile. It's so funny. I always kind of enjoyed playing Path of Exile, but I know like other people didn't enjoy me playing Path of Exile, so I was like, well, because I used to really enjoy playing Diablo 3. What was the one voiced by Crispin Freeman? I don't know. And I remember, like, I actually kind of dug that isometric, kind of like dungeon crawly sort of look of like Diablo 3 and like and Path of Exile. But the thing about Path of Exile though is Path is very like, it has a competitive culture around it, and it's almost at times to a certain extent like more toxic than like or at least more unnecessarily like rude than like League of Legends or MOBA toxicity. Because a lot of MOBA toxicity can just be chalked up to like bad communication and coordination. Because usually when people don't shot call or like coordinate and communicate what they want their team to do, and they just expect people to know it, then they get mad, and then they get toxic, and it's like, yeah, okay, duh, right? Generally, life advice 101, like don't prioritize expectation over communication, kind of for anything ever, but definitely when playing a MOBA. But in the